Hey, what is going on, everyone? I hope everyone is having a good day. It has been such a long time since I've done a video, and I apologize for that. I'm back. It is football Sunday here, week two. I'm glad to be back. I did, I played week one. Didn't do too bad. I got a 150. Won't complain about that. So, back here week two. Hopefully, we'll have the same success. So, without further ado, let's get into week two. So there's a lot of guys that I'm liking today. I'm liking Nick Foles here, obviously. He had a very good game here against last week against Seattle. Very, very good defense. Playing Washington defense, which, is not too good. They're still rebuilding. Not expecting too much from Washington this year. So hopefully Nick Foles can get over 300 yards again, maybe 2 or 3 touchdowns from him. Maybe about 20 points would be nice from him. I do think he is the value play of the day for quarterback. I do like him. Mariota, I'm not sure if I'm going to go with Mariota. I do still think he'll have a good game for his cheap option, but I'm liking Nick Foles. He has a lot more upside, so I'm going to go with him at quarterback. I also like Tony Romo, Matt Ryan for expensive guys. My second choice for quarterback is Drew Brees. I think he'll be highly owned. Everyone knows that Drew Brees is going to throw probably for about almost 400 yards, probably 4 touchdowns is what I'm expecting him to throw against Tampa Bay. So expect him to be highly owned. I like Nick Foles because he's a little cheaper and you can get some more expensive guys into your lineup. Moving on to running back, I like Marshawn Lynch against Green Bay. Matt Forte just destroyed Green Bay last week. So hopefully Lynch can get started up this week. He is playing in Green Bay, though. But hopefully he can turn it around and get you about maybe 15 or 20 points. I'm hoping a little bit higher for his price range, but 20 would be perfect. 15, is all right. But next, Carlos Hyde. He had a breakout game last week. To be honest, I'm definitely not going to expect as much as last week. I kind of like this play and I kind of don't. It's a 50-50 play here. I'm definitely not expecting as much as he got last week. Maybe 10 or 15 from Hyde. Pittsburgh's a little bit better defense, so we will see. Going down to wide receiver here, I'm going with Odell Beckham Jr. He was terrible last week, didn't get much receptions. Eli Manning, don't know what happened to him. He just didn't throw to Odell. So Odell was probably pretty highly owned last week. So disappointed some people. But he's facing Atlanta, and Atlanta's not too bad with Trufant probably guarding Beckham. But I'm liking Odell Beckham here. Starting in New York, his home opener. Expecting probably over 100 yards for him. Hopefully 2 touchdowns. Expecting a big game from Odell. You can also go with Ruben Randall for a cheap option as well. I do like him. Next is Julio Jones. He's probable, so I do think he'll play. This is supposed to be a high-scoring game, as we all know. Julio Jones just destroyed Week 1. His price is still pretty cheap for what he puts up, so I am liking him. Next, there's 3 guys I'm liking. I like Marquise Colston, James Jones, and Pierre Gargon for the price range. I was thinking about Marquise Colston because he's only $5,300, and that's going to be a blowout game with New Orleans. Brandon Cooks obviously is going to get some touches. Brandon Coleman's going to get some touches. And you got to remember about 2-3 years ago, Marquise Colston was one of the best wide receivers in the game. He's way too cheap to pass up in. He's also in New Orleans. Home opener, I'm expecting a huge blowout. Hopefully, Colston can get some touches. I do like him. James Jones, obviously, second to third wide receiver with Devontae Adams. Playing a little bit harder defense with Seahawks, though. So, don't know if he'll get the 19 like he did last week, but still pretty good play there. And Pierre Gargon, he's facing the Rams defense, so Rams really good defense. The only reason I kind of like Gargone here is because, as we all know, Jackson is out. So Gargone is going to be number one wide receiver. Kirk Cousins likes to throw a lot, so Gargone might get some touches. Also, another guy I don't have on this lineup, but I have on almost every other one, is Terrence Williams, for obvious reasons. Number one wide receiver now, since Des Bryant is out. Well, probably second to Jason Witten, which I do have as well. But Terrence Williams, for me, I picked him up in a lot of my fantasy, like Yahoo and NFL. I picked him up. He's a very cheap option here on Fanduel. So, I'm not expecting a whole bunch from him, but, maybe about 6 receptions for about 90 yards and a touchdown is what I'm expecting from Williams. So I really, really, really like Williams today. Tight end, only guy I'm really liking is Jason Witten. Because, Roma, that's who's going to be his number one person. So 6,000 is very cheap for him. I'm staying away from Gronk, too expensive. He's still going to put up good numbers, but, Bill's a little bit pretty good defense, but, Gronk's still going to put up points. But I'm really liking Witten for his price. I'm going with Zach Hawker here, because he's only $4,500. He got 14 points last week. Expecting him to put up about 15 here again, because all of the point afters and, maybe 1 or 2 field goals. But also you could go with maybe some defensive games like Houston, as I have here in my defense, or Carolina. You could pick them up, or maybe New York Jets kicker, someone, that'll have some defensive plays. Last week I picked Brandon McNamus, I think that's his name, for Denver. He just started with 18 points. So that leads into my defense. Houston Texans. Carolina is my team. I've been with them forever. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, I do not like our team this year. Since Benjamin went down, Newton is not that good of a quarterback. If he scrambles, J.J. Watt's going to take him down. Not expecting too much from Carolina. Cautry's not going to do much. The only guy I kind of like with Carolina is Olsen, maybe 60, 70 yards, but I expect this to be, like a 21-17 game or something like that. So it's going to be a good defensive game. Plus, Carolina's not playing without Luke Kuechly. So, who knows? Ryan Mallett's not that good of a quarterback. This is going to be a, very, very low scoring game, so good defenses here. But I do like Houston Texans defense. Not my number one defense. My number one defense is the Ravens. Second's going to be the Dolphins, and then the Rams. But, for a solid pick, I'm liking the Texans. Their defense week 1 was terrible. They only got up 1 point or something. So hopefully today it will turn around for Texas. Other guys I'm liking, you can maybe take a shot with Bishop Sankey. He did pretty good last week against a terrible Tampa Bay team. He's cheap. Amir Abudallah, I like him. Detroit. As we know, we saw what Hyde did last week against Minnesota, so hopefully he can do the same. Also Antonio Brown, obviously. So that's what I'm liking, guys. I will be doing lineups here every week. I'm going to exclude the Thursday game every week because, I just do that. Another guy I do like, he's questionable. He doesn't play until Monday night, so I don't know if I'm going to pick him or not. But if he does play, obvious pick, Christopher Ivory, running back for the Jets. So we all know he had a really good last week. But if he plays again, he's an excellent pick. I'd take Hyde out and put in Ivory. But he's still questionable and he doesn't play until Monday, so I don't want to put him in Sunday morning and then he doesn't play. So I'm going to go safe bet and take Hyde, even though I love Ivory over Hyde. So, alright guys, that is what I'm liking for week 2. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll have my Twitter Twitter name in the comments below. So if you guys want to message me on there, let me know. I have some other good picks as well. If you guys want to talk, let me know. Message me on there. So, all right, guys. I hope everyone has a good week 2 of the NFL. Glad football's back. So, all right, guys. Hope everyone has a good end to their Sunday.